Hello, Only Naomi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm making this video from the car because it's on my mind. One, number two, because I just got approved for VSG surgery, so I can actually talk about some of the things that have been going on and some of the things that have been occurring.
I don't have any for the game. It's not about money or the fame. I don't need distractions in my way. The path was paved, the brick was laid. I had to distance and walk away. I couldn't ignore my restitution. Couldn't resist my evolution.
And why? I've been MIA for about 6 months, what feels like 6 months, because I've been getting my life together. That's where we're at with it. I've been getting my life together. I had to do my first semester at my new school online. I was in a relationship. I was just going through a lot, people getting COVID, people dying, me still trying to get weight loss surgery. It's been a lot, you know? And right now, my main focus is getting on the other side of VSG, losing the weight, and then getting on with my freaking life. There is a story that I want to tell that I have not been able to tell because I did not want my truth to jeopardize my process going through this VSG thing and getting weight loss surgery. I didn't want me telling the truth about my experience to be in the way of me getting weight loss surgery. Truth is, do not let what people tell you and let what people do to you affect. Come on, sunlight. Do not let what people say about you affect the decisions you make and how you conduct your life, your lifestyle, how you perceive yourself. You better know that you are gorgeous, that you are handsome, that you are intelligent, that you are everything that God says you are and more. Know it and be sure of it, right? But okay, let's get into why I ended up wanting to get gastric sleeve-orectomy surgery. Okay. Growing up, I've always been overweight. And when I mean growing up, I mean at 13 years old, I was 230 pounds. I've been in between 190 and 245 pounds for the greater half of my young and adult life. My highest weight was 280, and that 280 I'm going to get into when I actually got to that weight, but most of college I've been in between 200 and 245. At the beginning of 2020, we'll just go ahead and start there, I was 250 pounds. That was a shocker to me because that last October of 2019, I was 230 pounds. So in between October and January, I'd gained a slick 20 pounds, and that was a lot for me. So I went to my doctor and I was like, Dr. Carter, she's about to get a BBL. She's about to get liposuction, because what we're not going to do is blow up like a balloon and be okay with it. And so Dr. Carter was like, well, have you thought about, she was like, hold on, you're young. At the time I was 21, and she was like, have you thought about weight loss surgery? And I was like, what is that? And she gave me some options, and I was like, oh, gastric bypass, that's what like 600-pound people get. Like, I'm not 600 pounds. I don't even know if I qualify for that. And she was like, well, baby girl, you are 250 pounds. Think about it. And I was like, you're right. So I was like, well, I'm gonna try this year really hard to lose the weight by myself, and if it doesn't get done by the end of this year, then I'll look into weight loss surgery, because I don't want to be unhealthy for the rest of my life. I don't care. Like, and when a lot of people look at me, they're like, oh no, you're not big, like you're not overweight, you're not fat, like girl, you're gorgeous. And I'm like, y'all gotta understand, I've been a gorgeous woman my entire life, right? I'm in the car, so I don't need my mask. I've been a gorgeous woman my entire life. I haven't really been insecure about my looks. I've been insecure about my weight. But yeah, it's always been the latter. So what I will say is, after having that conversation with her, I did keto for a while. I went from 250 to 230. Now by March, the world got sick. All right. Now when the world got sick, the gyms closed. And I was still kicking it into motion in the sense where I was like, okay, instead of trying to do it this way, I'll just buy stuff to do at home. So I went ahead and I bought weights for my house. I bought like a whole bunch of just workout equipment and workout clothes, and I was working out at home. That stopped after time. Well, it didn't stop. It just kind of, instead of working out every single day like I was doing, I was working out twice to 3 times a week and eating the same. Now by May 15th, my birthday, I was 260 pounds, meaning I gained 30 pounds from March, 10 more pounds from what my weight was at the top of the year. By August, just skipping through, I was 280 pounds. And the decision was made. Like, I called my surgeon from Miami back up. We scheduled it. I started paying on this new body, and here's where it gets crazy. So, and I'm going to disguise the identities of the people to protect them from any backlash. So I went on a retreat with one of my mentors, love her so much still, and a few of my friends and homegirls. We were going on a retreat. We begged her to take us on a retreat because we just wanted to glean and learn and just spend some time with each other before we went back to school and started moving, because we're still in college. This is my senior year now. And we finally got her to want to take us on a retreat, and we went and we had a great time. One of the activities that we were doing was jet skiing. And so I'm talking big jet ski girl, period, about to be, you know what I'm saying? Honey, I got on that jet ski, and slowest driver on the jet ski. Like, when I tell you, I was behind everybody, and the instructor, he drove everyone out into the ocean and then came back to get me to encourage me because I was moving so slow. So then after that, when we got out into the ocean, you know what I'm saying, I got confident. I was like, I can jet ski. Like, this is nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Sup. And you know, you got to measure your body weight, because if you lean too far, you turn too sharp, you'll fall off. So of course, me just getting cocky at this point, I fell off the jet ski, okay, with another girl behind me, hyperventilating, crying, freaking out, not being able to pull myself back on the jet ski. My mentor was then, and so, you know, let me speed up. After we got back to the dock and they got me back on the jet ski and I drove even slower than I was before, my mentor was like, just let this experience just tell you that you should just go ahead and get that weight off. And now she's saying this to me in front of the dock. So it's like a group of people around us, and people are hearing this, we're laughing, and I'm just like, she couldn't wait till we got to the car. She couldn't have just not said anything. She couldn't just... Now, and I know that she was concerned about my health and about my weight because she hadn't seen me in a while, and I did gain a lot of weight from the top of the year. But it was just the point of just have some decorum and have some class and read the room and know when to say things like that to people, right? But I brushed it off. I was like, girl, I'm about to get liposuction and I'm about to get this new booty. Like, it's about to be a thing. And she was like, no, don't get surgery. Just go to the gym and work out. And now, for someone who had been working out and going to the gym and trying, maybe not doing everything right, but nonetheless doing everything that most people would tell you to do, it just was a little frustrating. And so then, child, get my hair together. So then, I let it go. And then our next activity on this last day of the trip was bike riding. I was so excited to go bike riding because I love bike riding. It's one of my favorite activities to do. I bought a bike. I do it often, especially if I'm going out to Virginia Beach. I'll bike ride on the boardwalk. And I've done that for quite some time during the summertime because we weren't able to do anything else. So going bike riding that day was so stressful. We got the bikes, we went on, we were just riding up the coast in the place we were at. And I guess the girls got tired. They didn't want to ride the bikes. Me, I got my AirPods in. Girl, I'm listening to, what's that guy with the dreadlocks? Fine as hell. It'll come to me later. I'm listening to some jams. I'm having a good time. And then all of a sudden, everyone's turning around going back. Now, as we're going back, I guess we're going to call her Delilah. Mentor Delilah, she made a comment that made one of the other girls upset because they heard her say it, and I guess it was the way she said it that made the girls upset. But basically she said something along the lines of, I hate that we're going back. Naya's the main one who needs to be riding bikes and exercising. And it was just weird because it was like, okay, this is the second comment you've made today about my weight. And when I saw Delilah and one of the girls arguing behind me, and I heard the argument, and so I'm driving ahead. I stop. The other girls come back to where we're at, and I'm just like, wait, what was said? Because I hear my name, and like, what was said? The girl told me what was said, and Miss Delilah was trying to backpedal, and she was like, well, when I said it, I didn't mean it like that. What I said was XYZ, and I said it for XYZ reason, and Man, I'm just thinking to myself, like, rah, like, you can just not say anything about my body anymore. Like, I'm comfortable in my skin. I know what I'm about to do for me. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm out here. I wear what I want to wear. I say what I want to say. I do what I want to do. Like, I'm confident in myself now. I've worked very, very hard to love the skin I'm in, especially dealing with weight for such a long time. I'm at a place of peace. I know I've struggled with certain things, but I'm doing what needs to be done for me to be at the certain health that I really want to be at. She can give a goddamn. Like, she was just continuing to talk about my weight this whole trip. And so the argument that was had for the rest of that trip was about her just owning the fact that she had been talking about my weight the whole weekend, pretty much. Like, comments were made, vibes were given off, and it just made me feel really self-conscious to the point where we got back to the villa. Like, I remember, like, I just looked in the mirror at my body. I took a picture of myself at my highest weight of at the time I had lost 5 pounds before that trip, actually. So I was actually 275 on that trip, which was really cool. But yeah, it was just too much. And so that night, I just remember being on my phone and being so frustrated about it that I was like, you know what, let me find out what a weight loss surgery is. And that's how I found out about the gastric sleeve. I wasn't going to get gastric bypass. It was scary. I wasn't going to get gastric lap band. What the heck is that? Not doing it. Gastric sleeverectomy was a permanent decision that I knew would help me lose the weight over time. It would fall off naturally. I wouldn't wake up the next day and look snatched and everybody look at me like I'm a psychopath. And it was something that was really going to help me change the way that I see food and that I see dieting. But the thing that made me want to do it wasn't necessarily me thinking about my health. It was me wanting moments like that to stop happening. It was me desiring for my weight to not be a discussion, and me desiring for my appearance to not be a discussion or a problem or like a sore thumb. I'm already 5'9". I'm a really tall girl. I've been a very curvy girl for all of my life. Like, I stand out, like, and I'm very, very pretty, so I stand out. It's been that for my whole life. And so to have this experience where I'm being heavily critiqued by somebody that I was looking up to for so long, and her having to have this discussion more than once with me in the setting in front of other people, was very heartbreaking. Getting her to just own up to the fact that, yo, you say it, you keep saying it, it keeps happening. I'm already starting to feel a way about it. There were other things, of course, at the time going on, but this was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And going into everything I had to do to actually get the surgery, meaning I had to have a conversation. I passed my psych exam. From that point in August, when I was laying in my bed and looking up surgeries to get and what I could get the quickest and the fastest to just get rid of the problem, to now, is that I didn't realize how much that I saw my body as an issue, right? I didn't understand how much I saw my body as something that had to be fixed and that had to be edited and that had to shrink in order to be loved or in order to be acceptable and in order to just be. I did not realize I was having that issue or realize that I was having that problem. I'm not going to get emotional right now. And I realized I was having that problem, that I had had that problem for such a long time, that when I got down to the nitty gritty, I just had to accept it. Like, I'd been having this problem. I had been, and I was so thankful for this blow up and for this argument and for this exposure, that it didn't matter what was said or what was done. Had it been a boyfriend or had it been a parent or had it been anybody to keep pointing something out and making nasty remarks, and you know what I'm saying? Anything would have pushed me. And I was already about to get a Brazilian butt lift, and I was already about to get liposuction because like I knew what I want to do career wise. And I know, like, if I want to model or if I want to be the artist that I want to be, I have to look a certain way. And so I was already in that mind frame of, you have to look a certain way, and you have to be a certain thing, you have to have a certain hair texture type. I'm like, once you're already moving and living in that low vibration of thinking, you'll do anything to get anywhere. And that was scary for me. It was scary for me to understand and realize. And so I just had to go ahead and say, you know what? I'm just not going to be this person anymore. I don't like it. I don't want to be this person anymore. I don't want to do this thing anymore. I don't want to feel a certain way about myself anymore. And I had to change. And these past 6 months, and I'm only sharing this story because I'm cleared, you know what I'm saying? It's exciting. But I know that these past 6 months has tested and tried me completely, because everything about how I thought about myself and everything about how I thought about my body and everything that I was believing before, mind you, I'm an affirmation person. I'm a encourage yourself type of girl. I was insecure as hell. And a lot of my practices and a lot of the ways that I thought and felt supported a framework of thinking and a framework of being that was so negative. And I was challenged with the truth that I knew, right? So I know I'm the head, I'm not the tail, I know I'm above and not beneath. I know that I'm a beautiful person. I know that I'm a gorgeous woman. Like, certain things and certain affirming beliefs and comments are ingrained into me. But what you know and what you believe are two totally different things. So I've been working on believing in all the things that I know about myself, about the word of God, about my body, and about how I am to conduct myself as a woman of class, grace, and of great excellence. It challenged me, and I'm so grateful. And I am so thankful for this process. Now, what I know is coming up, right, after the weight loss surgery, is actually losing the weight over the next year. I feel like I'm going to be one of those people who lose 100 pounds really, really fast. And so I've already thought about, okay, I want to have kids, but I know I'm going to have loose skin. So am I going to get a tummy tuck? Am I still going to want to shape my body after the fact? And I've already made a decision that if I have too much, there are going to be some things that I'm going to do to prevent loose skin. Like I've already started working out again in the gyms. I'm trying to figure it out because like COVID is still here. So it's been touchy. But yeah, definitely working out. Definitely doing some things. I've already looked into it's like laser liposuction. It's really not liposuction. It's really skin tightening, because I don't really want loose skin. I'm young. I'm trying to be out. But at the same time, if I have too much loose skin, then I will be getting a tummy tuck. That just is what it is. I'm unmarried, so I don't plan on having any children anytime soon. If I get married in the next 3 years, I run out. But yeah, I'm unmarried, so I'm not planning to have kids anytime soon, so I'm not worried about that. I don't really plan on doing any more cosmetic things. I don't mess with this face because it's fine. It's, you know, this body, I don't plan on doing anything else to it but the tummy tuck, and that probably won't happen until like 2022 if it's necessary. But I'm good. Like, I'm really excited to be losing weight. I'm really excited to get the surgery over with. And I'm really excited to just be happy and to be healthy. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching this video. Make your own decisions. Be yourself. Be proud of yourself. Be comfortable in your skin. Don't allow what people do and what people say to affect too much of the decisions that you make for yourself, your body, and your life. Because when you get desperate and when you get hopeless and when you get depressed and when you get to a point where you just want to be liked and loved and accepted by everybody, you will do anything to get it, and that will have you in a very dark place. So start taking control of your mind. Start taking control of your belief system. Believe in the things that you know. Don't just be book smart. Don't just be Bible smart, but believe it internally and have the truth of life and have the truth of what God says about you. Allow it to penetrate your heart and allow it to transform your thinking so that you're not walking around just being intelligent and just being book smart. Believe the thing and be the thing, and then just let it impact you and really set you up for something fantastic. And I'm very proud of myself for allowing the truth to change me in the most positive way possible. That's it, child. I'm about to go in here and put my mask back on. Like this video, comment on it, tell me what you think, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
I don't have any for the game. It's not about money or the fame. I don't need distractions in my way.